Hey guys, and welcome back to Lizzy Pete Beauty. Yep, that's right. I'm back, and today I'm gonna do what you guys have been requesting. Some of you guys have been tweeting me on Twitter. I appreciate it, but a lot of you guys have been asking me to do like a tutorial or a walkthrough so you could see how I do my makeup. And I'm gonna do one today with all drugstore products. So every single product that I'm using, including the brushes that I'm putting it on with, including the sponge that I'm putting it on with, are all things that you can find at the drugstore. They're affordable. I don't think there's anything over $25, and that's like a palette.
Drink, and let's get into it.
I'm going to go with the Milani, a 2-in-1 Perfection Concealer Foundation. It's a little thicker than most, but I stipple it all over my face. And then I'm going to use my NYX sponge. Yes, NYX has a sponge. It's like $6. And I'm going to buff that into my skin just by dabbing all over, making sure that it blends. This is a thicker consistency of foundation, but I found that I really like it and that it wears well throughout the entire day. So look out for a full tutorial of that later. I'm going to go with my LA Pro Concealer next, and I'm going to highlight all the areas of my face that I like to highlight. So I think this is like honey beige. I'm going to highlight under my eyes. I'm going to highlight the bridge of my nose, my cupid's bow, the middle of my forehead, and my chin. All the places that the light would hit is where you should highlight. Next, I'm going to go with the darker shade, Cocoa Brown, and I'm going to use this to contour. I do like to play a liquid contour before I do a powder one. I'm going to hit my cheekbones. I'm going to hit the sides of my nose, the temples of my forehead, the very top of my forehead, underneath my lip, and around my chin, just to give it a more sculpted look, and of course a little bit of my jawline. These are great products. They're $2.99 each. Nothing too expensive. You can find them in local beauty supply stores or drugstores. Next, I'm going to spray my sponge again because I like it to be really damp when I'm blending out. Maybe concealer is a little bit thicker of consistency, and so I really want it to be damp to spread the product appropriately. And so here you're just seeing me spread it out, and I use the flat surface. This is part of the reason I like the NYX sponge, because I use a flat surface to go ahead and blend out all of my highlight. And now I'm just like carving out under that contour, blending onto my forehead. And then the next thing would be for me to take the sponge, and I turn it sideways when I'm doing the blending with the contour. And so that's what you're seeing here, is me just turning it sideways and being able to really buff it into my skin, creating no harsh lines. Next, I'm going to take my e.l.f. Contour Kit, which is $6. Say it with me, $6, people. And my e.l.f. powder brush, and it's $1. And I'm going to take the yellow. It's supposed to be a Ben Nye dupe for the yellow banana powder, but it's not as strong. It's not as deep of a yellow. And I'm going to set all of my highlighted areas of my face with that. This helps it so that your face does not become too dewy or oily throughout the day, and it doesn't come off. I wear glasses, so this part is really, really important for me to put on and set my concealer. So I'm going to do all of the areas that I highlighted. And then next, I'm going to go in with the NYX angled brush, which is also $1. So this whole setup was like, what, $8. That's really, really affordable. And I'm going to go ahead and cover all the places that I contoured, setting my contour. It's a very cool shade, which is really nice because the contours are supposed to be shadows. The next thing that I'm going to do is go in with my L'Oreal Brow Stylist. And this is like a mini kit. It has wax on one side, so you put the wax down first. And then you go in with the brow color, and you actually spread that out. And it really helps define your brows. Then the e.l.f. Brow Gel, which was $1 as well. And I just go ahead and set all of it. Even though there's wax, I like to put this as a last coat. The next thing is a Planet brush. It's like $5 at the drugstore. Big, fluffy. I'm wiping away all of my baking, making sure that all of my concealers, highlight, all that is blended appropriately. Next, I am going in with the NYX Butt Naked palette, and I'm going to be using the first blush in the row and the golden highlight. I like to use my e.l.f. blush brush here. That's $1 as well. And then I'm going to take, actually, my finger to put my highlight on. I usually use my finger all the time. I don't really like to use the brush here too much because I like to blend it out and my glow to be a little bit more subtle than the brush would give me. It goes as well on my Cupid's bow and my nose. The next is the La palette from L'Oreal. Yes, a drugstore palette, guys. A drugstore palette. Groove with me. This doesn't actually have names for their colors, so that's why I'm pointing them out to you in the video. And if you have this palette, go ahead and just try to keep up or pause and stop whenever you're putting something new in. But literally, I just packed the first color on. The second one, I'm going to build up in the crease with a fluffy brush. And I want you guys to see that even though this is drugstore brushes, that they actually do well with the product. And you may not be able to have a full makeup brush kit and the most expensive brushes ever, but you can start somewhere. I actually really like the brush that I'm using right now. I use it over my high-end brush. I have a MAC fluffy brush too, but I use this one all the time. It's just better. I don't know why. So then I'm going to go in with a second, and I'm just building the browns up at this point. And since this is a new tutorial, it's just literally taking one brown after another that are deeper and applying them with blending them in the outer V. And so I do that to make my eyes look a little bit more almond shaped, a little bit bigger, a lot more Disney princess like. Who doesn't want to look like a Disney princess in the eyes? But yeah, that's how you make your eyes a little bit more almond. Next thing I'm going to do is go into that dark deep shade and really going to blend into that deep outer V. Deep, and as you can see, the strokes are just back and forth. And blending is so important so that you don't have any harsh lines and it's not cut any strange way where it's like, this is the dark brown, this is medium, and this is light. No. And who doesn't like dance breaks? Dance break. Now I'm going to go in with a golden shade, and I did wet my brush for this. I do like to wet the brush and it to be metallic looking, and I did wet it, and I'm going to go in on my lid below my crease, and so when I open my eyes, it doesn't blend in with anything else. And then I'm going to go back after dance breaks and video breaks. And that was Papa Was a Rolling Soul by the Temptations. They never get old. So go ahead and keep packing that color onto my lid. I really want it to pop and shine out from all the darkness that I built in my outer V. And as you can see, I just keep going back and forth and popping it into that corner. And like I said, the brush is wet, and so it's making it more metallic than it would be if I did not wet this brush. Now I'm going to go in my L'Oreal Black Buster liquid eyeliner. It's kind of like a Sharpie, to be real. It's really big, and it's a felt tip, and I really like it. It's one of my favorite from them, and so I'm just giving myself a simple line. For everyday makeup, I don't really do wings. It's, only when I'm feeling fancy do I do wings. But I feel like this eyeliner looks better on me than wings, and so you really have to know your face and not really just do what's popular, but know what looks good on you. So this is what looks the best on me. Now I'm going to go in with my Wet n Wilds, and it's a kohl pencil, and I'm just going to do this on my waterline. This actually helps your eyes look bigger, and so like I said, I was going for the Disney princess look today, so that's why. Now I'm going in with my L'Oreal Voluminous Primer and Mascara, and I'm going to coat my lashes with the fibers the first time around, and I'm really going to try and build them up so that it can prep it for the mascara. It's really hard to see on camera, actually, now that I look at it, but there are white fibers all over. And then now I'm going to go on with the Voluminous. It is in black. I think it's black Blackest Black. There is Carbon Black, which is a little bit darker, but they sent me Blackest Black, and it's amazing. So I'm going to coat over the white, and you want to make sure that you cover up all those white fibers. But I do like this, and it lasts all day. It's a really nice mascara. I'm sad that I didn't discover it before, but I really love it. And the fibers do help for your eyelashes to appear thicker. So I would say try this out on your own time if you really want to. Next, I'm going to go with the L'Oreal La Lip Palette, and I'm going to take the darkest shade, and I'm just going to put that all over my lips. I really like the way that it's like a cocoa brownish kind of color. Since we were going with the nude eyes, I decided to do nude lips too. And I'm going to take the highlighter on this palette, which is a golden shimmer, and I'm just going to pop it in the center. When you put things on the center of your lips, it kind of makes it look a lot bigger. So
well, guys, this is it, the final look. Everything on my face, how I beat my face with what? Drugstore makeup, that's right. So if you guys really like this tutorial, go ahead and click like for me. Don't forget to comment down below if you have any opinions about the products that I used or questions. If you want to tag me in something, let me know. And don't forget to get social with me. Go ahead and hit me up on all my other social media links, which are listed down below as well. Bye!